Hi, it's Scott Tips with the National Health Federation, and I'm here on November 28th, 2018 in Berlin at the Codex Nutrition Committee meeting that's being held here all this week. Now it's Wednesday, we've already had 3 days of meetings, but how would you like it if you went into a store and went to buy some food, and on that food packaging it said biofortified? You'd kind of think that was a pretty good thing, wouldn't you? In fact, you'd think it's probably a really good thing and probably buy it even if it were slightly more expensive than the normal food. But in fact, you might be fooled, because in this Codex meeting, this particular committee meeting, for years they've been discussing, and we've been able to hold back thanks to the NHF, thanks to the EU, Switzerland and Norway and Bangladesh. We've been able to hold back this standard from advancing, and this definition that they want to create about biofortification. And in that definition, what they're doing is sneaking in that these foods can be genetically modified foods. So then they would have this umbrella cover of biofortification to fool the consumer. And if it were me, and it is me because I'm here at the meeting arguing this, I'm extremely angry about all of this. And we've spoken out, NHF has spoken out at these meetings year after year against this sort of subterfuge and really marketing deception. And it's very nice that the European Union, that Switzerland, and that Bangladesh and Nepal have argued quite strongly against it. Ecuador has also argued against it, as has Peru. So we have a number of countries on our side, and I believe, if I remember correctly, Russia argued against it as well. So we have a good number of countries on our side to fight this. But then there are a lot of special interests, these corporate interests with their little puppet regulators like the USA, like New Zealand, Australia, all these kind of countries who toe the line and do what their corporate masters say and are trying to push it through and have this Trojan horse way of selling GM food products to Africa, to all these impoverished nations as well, where they will be the victims of this marketing deception. So at the meeting, though, we had submitted, National Health Federation submitted a written document, quite extensive one, that was conference room document number 11, which was sent out to all of the members. And we have something like 450 participants at this meeting, a lot. And but we also had the ability to speak out at the meeting, or so we thought. But what happened is the new chairwoman, Anja Bronstrup, had decided that she wasn't going to let us speak. So we were all prepared to speak out on this issue and against biofortification, and at the very last minute she peremptorily announced, nope, you can't, we're just going to sum up here and this is what we're going to do. And she kicked the can down the road and referred it to the Codex Committee on Food Labeling. This is the Canadian hosted committee that usually meets in Ottawa, and they will take up this issue instead. So we didn't get, with the definition, that deceptive definition inside that hides within it the GM foods and biofortification, because you see, biofortification originally was just supposed to be dealing with conventional plant crossbreeding, which we're okay with. In fact, I think most people are okay with, and it's only later that this whole definition thing was hijacked by the corporate interests that you see all throughout Codex. So in any event, that's where it's at now on Wednesday, November 28th. We'll give you more reports later, but at least this brings you up to speed for the moment.